Good evening, everyone. William in here, 1799. Glad you could come around. If you like this video, please share. Hit that subscribe button down there. And I tell you what, it really helps out. And pass it along. And don't be afraid to use your First Amendment rights. I did a video about 3 days ago, and it's called Democrats Are a Threat to the Safety and Security of the American People. Now, I wrote that because these Democrats in New York, New Jersey, Illinois, California under Gary Newsom, who started this charge by not letting immigration officers go in and remove these people because they don't belong here. They're criminals, they're illegals. But they've all made these statements that they're going to defend them with the last breath of their souls and fight them any way they can, and they're going to tell their law enforcement not to help or assist immigration. Now, in the military, when we're given such strange orders, sometimes we do have a right to question those orders if we felt they were unorthodox. I imagine law enforcement has the same sort of mentality when it comes to certain things. Law enforcement is there to protect the community or the states. All right? But you have a governor and a mayor and a county commissioner and state attorney generals will tell law enforcement you do not assist. Give them no help whatsoever. Now, I have a big problem with this, and the reason why is because you're telling people not to help remove a threat from your states, your counties, your cities, or districts. But what's the real reason behind it? Illegals are cheap help. I understand that point. And to drive out wages, to drive out this, to drive out that is all for one reason, to make, to drive the cost of wages down. But in the same token, we can jack up tax all we want. But the real thing here is party lines. The Democrats are very united when it comes to their political party. They don't like the Constitution, they don't like the Bill of Rights, they don't like the Magna Carta, they don't like the Declaration of Independence, by the way. They don't like the Supreme Court the way it is. They want to make Delaware, D.C., and Puerto Rico state. Remove the Electoral College. And guess what? And the filibuster. Can't lose after that. And change the election laws. The biggest thing is that they don't care about the border. They don't care about energy costs. They don't care about giving Iran all this money and allowing them to run rampant in the Middle East. They sure tell they didn't care about the pullout out of Afghanistan or what the lives it cost. And look at the equipment they left behind. It's all about party unity. This monster that has risen up to get rid of a duly elected president through Russia collusion, Mueller report, Ukraine phone call, January 6th, Mar-a-Lago, and all the rest of this damn nonsense has all been a lie. Right to New York, right to Florida, right to Georgia, all been a lie. But this monster never stopped. Now these guys are going to, with the aid of Gary Newsom, the governor of California, is going to all step up together and go against federal law. Yes, states have a right to govern themselves, that's true. But I think some of these state governors go a little bit too far. Because there's called the Constitution and there's another thing called the Bill of Rights. Well, a lot of these Democrat states do not believe in the Bill of Rights. I should know, I live in one of them. But when we look at the immigration laws, it's very, very clear what the law states. These are fugitives. Now, they're going to harbor them. They're going to protect them. Now, if you and I were going to do that, we would be subjected to the harshest parts of the law. And if they are terrorists, which we've all been told by the DOJ and other organizations, harboring, giving care, shelter, food to terrorists, you can be subject under the Patriot Act, which means now you are no longer able to get legal representation of the states because now you aided and abetted terrorism. Yeah. But these politicians don't care. We're immunity. You can't touch us. I find that to be another problem. Going after this Trump administration, you know they'll do it. The Constitution says we the people. Technically we are the government. But we cannot all speak the same. So we elect people in our towns, in our districts, in our states, and send representatives up there to speak for us, to represent us as a whole. And the President of the United States is supposed to be the Commander-in-Chief and the safety and security of the nation. And also represents our interests abroad. Democrats don't look at it that way, though. It's look about me, and that's it. They won't stop to go after this administration. And they're going to scrutinize it any way they can. They're going to try to tear it apart. We're not talking about just Democrats. We're talking about rhino Republicans, too. They're just as dangerous as Democrats because they may wear the Republican uniform, but they carry Democratic badge in their back pocket. Let me explain something to you. If they decide they're going to harass this administration, that would be considered an insurrection. That's the same thing they try to attack Donald Trump for, right? So, will it be a violent uprising against the authority or a government? Well, it probably won't be violent, but I guarantee they'll create something to make it that way. Is it a rebellion? I would be surprised if it an uprising against the government, feeling strong disagreement, or a group or people to oppose the authority. And you know they're going to oppose Donald Trump on everything. You know they're going to oppose his entire cabinet on everything. Democrats and rhino Republicans, they vow to go after President Trump and his cabinet picks. We all know that because they said they were going to do that. They will stop nothing to create chaos. In other words, it calls a state a complete disorder and confusion within the Trump administration. So they're going to hamper all his agendas. But you know, here's the thing about that. They're not just going to have to hurt him or his administration. They're going to hurt you, the American people. They don't want you to be well off. They don't want you to be better off. That's why if a person dies in the middle of, by being attacked by an illegal or so forth, or a house burns down or whatever it may be, or a terrorist attack on your infrastructure, schools, hospitals, your police department, your emergency responders, do you think they're going to worry about that? No. They're worried about protecting these people. And ask for more gun control. Put more gun control. So I know these Democrats right now, I know they're just waiting for some catastrophe to happen. Immediately, their left-wing media is going to run right out there and say, look, AR-15s and this group and that group, they did it. They're probably all MAGA, whatever else it may be, just so they can get that push for more gun control. And if they don't get that, they're going to sit there and tell the media, look, the Republicans don't believe in gun control, the Republicans don't believe in this, the Republicans don't believe that, but we believe it. The Democrat monster, for what they are a monster. They come out from the bowels of hell to turn around and try to create chaos, disorder, and if death happens, they'll play on it. They've always been that way. They use their power, the power of the media, to get what they want. And guaranteed they'll go after this administration. They don't care how they do it. I'm an independent. I vote Republican or Democrat. Lately I haven't voted Democrat in the past 30-some years because every time I see what they do, they go after my rights. And your rights too, most likely. And we're now lost jobs, our retiring pensions, everything else goes down in hell in the handbasket. And they always blame the other administration. The other administration did this. The other administration did that. So what of the Democratic Party? They got their ass handed to them. Their statement is, well, yeah, we were just out of touch with the people. They're out of touch. You just totally ignored us. You laughed at us. You told us we weren't intelligent enough. We couldn't make our own decisions. That order and progress only comes to those who surrender their rights to an all-powerful sovereign. Well, we said no. We voted against that. We voted against the border crisis. We voted against our jobs and so forth like that. This is a monster that has not died. The Democrats over the years have done nothing more but been very destructive at the cost of the hands of the American people. A person gets killed by an illegal, they just totally ignore it for some reason. And these governors in these states or whatever, that doesn't work for us here. But you're harboring these people. And these people who are committed these crimes or will commit crimes or intend to make crimes, waiting for word from their other countries to give them the word, okay, do your attack. But they're protected by sanctuary cities, sanctuary states, and sanctuary governments. Is that an attack against American people? Yes, it is. I hope law enforcement does the right thing. Don't listen to these governments. Don't listen to these politicians. The people are counting on you. Don't be afraid to defend yourselves. Get the proper training. You take good care of yourself. And remember this. There's a monster out there waiting to attack. Keep your eyes, ears open, and know all your surroundings. Report anything that's unusual or dangerous. Till then, you take care.